host doesn't want you to use this for your own benefit. The more you do it, the more practice you will be. Hopefully you'll get there.
Dee-doo. Dee, 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 dee. Dr. Z, I rap in action. I am the man who is happening. The new violent one. No, not this. They said whether or not they wanted this man in the medias. He was the moving generation as the industries really did move forward. And as he moved forward, he knew the top energies that God said be with. Moving forward were the military vehicles that were needed to protect such a man. If he were announced arriving by car, there were 3 night XVs, man. Turtle and torture.
That's what it's designed. It's the mind that makes decisions. The unconscious has no critical judgment. So it's coming from an entirely different standpoint.
Sensi Star.
Changes to the belief systems that you possess. If you do it unconsciously, you can make those changes very rapidly. Really big people are.
He had smoked the cannabis Sensi Star and knew how to unfreeze his mind. A top US wanted man. Out around, they thought they had frozen his mind. They thought he had agreed to live like a simpleton, but him, he hadn't frozen his mind. If you came for a violent action, you understood. You came for his kind. What's wrong with America and this one man-made man? This Scott Dr. Z. Robinson, who said he was nothing but a man, but he had God, and all of a sudden he said, yes, continue with your way, because if God was good, he said you would be blessed in any sort of way. Big machining, Dr. Z and his industries. The production of material and the production of chemicals would rule our industries.
And I'll take you up on that. We'll be using 1.5 seconds. When you get the problems on the test step, you're very close to 4.5 deep sleep. But I will use a second. I take things down. We will want to just go.
How could you?
Build a website you love with Wix.
Skahit?
Were your words?
Space travel was something that was suddenly shocked. All these openings were made for Dr. Z. And he was suddenly the one making unwelcome shock. What was with Dr. Z? We thought we'd hire this guy. And then he went crazy. No, in fact, Dr. Z vowed never to change when he gets to the top. And he would organize the bottoms of the basics to the cream of the crop. You understand how he worked here. The military force or would take anything on. We wouldn't do wrong. We'd sing an evil song. Why? Because the music had been blamed since we were a young child. And as you tried to bring reform, you understood Sir Scott Robinson was wild. The big music blowback, the 100-set Cadillac, he was coming so right. What was going on with the devil and the best man? Alright. See, if a boxer said he didn't care if you fit in, his nervous system had been given the scariest grin. The goosebumps coming at you fighting. No, not a big scary man. We had to watch out for big scary men around here as we felt the fear. The country was real. A globe in the eye. And a priority saying religious conservatism down to the way the word was written would safe in space travel for a while. And then they'd think what's going on like year 2000. And then it falls. The high-tech inventions and such that were brought on to you by Dr. Z were something to reward those who haven't followed since before their course on trees. Paleoxmatic, I don't think anyone's as smart as me. I think they accidentally let go. Or that the UN be saying certain countries are what they have to focus and uphold. Bring bros, bring stamina, bring all the yelling and fighting you got. It was deep in these streets, and it was deep, and it was, as you fought with Scott. The Illuminati, the biggest car manufacturer in the world, the country of Canada, Jesus and the military, and the medias, and something chiseled deep in God's way. God's way being that he left it behind and knew it would work his way. And it could use a kind of Jesus to take a stay. And all of that. See, everyone was like super killers who lived to only age 40 and then Moses.
Bank more vacay mode when you switch to Scotiabank. Earn up to $700 with
Okay, I didn't believe I get 2 advertisements in a row.
Learn more at scotiabank.com/banking packages. Conditions apply. Scotiabank, you're richer than you think.
Oh, you want your beat cred?
The world isn't perfect.
They had finally made the VWTT, and it was like an all-wheel drive.
세상은 너를 평가해. The world brings out my flaws. 세상은 나를 바꾸려 하지. 그렇다면 私は強く 나는 꺾이지 않아. I am fearless.
All from this uploader.
The world is my oyster.
Wow. The country of Portugal just got announced I rode by plane. The VWTT had finally come out. It was like an all-wheel drive, slightly longer in the center S2000 with VW headlights. 256 2.0 horse 2.0T 256 horsepower. Just ready to be able to live out in the city, and with a boost control you'd probably make. The turbo was actually made for a chip, so in second and third you could really rip. The Audi, the VWTT. They had a problem with all of the VW mansions. They understood VW were going to set aside some apartments. But there was the VW mansion. See, all the VW mansions had something alike. But they had a science lab under them for what you like. Hydro Techno, Hydro Pro. The Smith & Wesson let go. John Dmitri, he could not be seen infiltrating here, as we were so weird. I got knowledge embezzled on my Glock. I'll throw one at you, waiting for a pop. Fire zone. Your soul, I feel it there. Be a good man. Do not let the low scare. Entire cities fall into Jumpman G. The heighten of the scuba diving, come for the manly. I don't know how to get this, and I know how to do you right. A Scott Robinson for business acquisition through Skype. .360 kick, the kind of guy to do it. Spin so much, all they think is, this isn't my training style. Takes me back a while. Even in my mixtape tales from way back. Did I prove I do the right thing, you stupid jack? can't say so of rap. They'll slit your throat, Jack. Taking number one is number one. Not an ad. Scott was a man to be remembered forever. Through the vocals of time. Elon Musk had low subordinates write to me as him 3 times. And I spotted 3 particular reasons for the bomb threat. One, he said that because I because I was a dude in a place for people in need. His subordinate, not Elon Musk, said I couldn't get a Lincoln and a team for free. And I know Elon doesn't write it like that. And then there was some more crap, and some more crap, and some more crap. Scott Robinson said, look, you can run things like psychiatry this way, but you won't take my right senses of being a loving person away. So that was about it, and the world was in shatters. As the Western world matters. And we took on the rich and dug a ditch. Supra Strip. The Fast and Furious 1 racers were here to street race, mostly to protect themselves in fear. Warning, this is not accepted by police. Your VW TT all-wheel drive 256 horsepower S2000 cannot speed the streets. But that car, wow. I imagine it well poised. Scott from the streets. Smarter than you boys. But those boys are on to the percentages of how much workplaces you could find with good bosses.
Okay, you're on YouTube watching a classic Mitski video. But did you know there's a YouTube?
I myself had found enough workplaces with good bosses, but still went through stresses. Deep in the dark night of your home city. Someone preys on it, trying to sell it a CD. Click, click, command. You will be brought here. You will meet the stand. Are you with the system?